Trees for the wheatlands. Sheltering belts of trees provide beauty and protection to the land. What people do with the land and its resources may aid economic progress, but trees belong to the subtle scheme of nature. Fadeless native eucalypts are well adapted to growth in the wheatbelt. They are found in a wide variety of species and are superior to exotic trees in their particular ability to withstand the conditions of a long, dry summer. Land is identified in its virgin state by the type of vegetation it supports. It may carry forests of large trees or typical mallee, scrub, and heath. Early settlers cleared the land for agriculture. They felled the trees, rolled the scrub, and burnt the lot. Cleared land became surrounded by more cleared land, a result aesthetically monotonous and of serious loss in shade and shelter. A better approach is to clear the land of all unwanted trees and scrub to obtain an arable area. The good trees that are in favorable positions should be retained for shade and shelter. Happily, nature provides an abundance of seeds to aid the process of tree regeneration. A seed vessel, when mature, is ready to open and release its seeds. The seeds for nurseries are collected with the natural chaff from the capsules. Seeds are available to farmers and others at minimum cost from forests department stores in Western Australia. Dry area eucalypt seeds are also exported to foreign countries. Seeds have the best chance of germinating and developing successfully in well-managed nurseries. The young plants enjoy adequate moisture, protection from insect and other pests, and freedom from competing weeds. The soil mixture for nursery pots and seed boxes is prepared in batches. To prevent the possible development of disease, it's sterilized by fumigation with methyl bromide gas. Seed boxes are made up with a base of straw or pine needles, over which is placed a layer of broken charcoal. This affords excellent drainage. Placed directly onto this base is the sterilized soil, which is of light loam and leaf mold or well-rotted animal manure. The bed is then leveled. Seeds and natural chaff are seldom separated. The seeds are easily sown in a light and even sprinkling by hand. They are pressed into the soil with a smooth wooden block and covered over with a very thin layer of sand, preferably mixed with leaf mold. Young plants soon appear. Eucalypts are noted for their rapid initial growth. They are naturally adapted to dry conditions, and their hardiness makes them eminently suitable for planting in the wheatbelt. The conventional flower pot with a small drainage hole is unsuitable for small trees. The roots in such pots coil as they grow and become extensively tangled. When mature, they remain permanently tangled. Such a root system may strangle the tree and cause it to fall. The use of a bottomless pot is preferred for its practical advantages. There is less coiling as the emerging roots are broken or cut off as the pots are moved at regular intervals. After a few weeks in seed boxes, the young plants are ready to be transferred to containers. The seedlings require to be carefully pricked out into wooden or metal trays or pots. Many species require to be potted individually. This is because they are unable to stand the strain of any severe root disturbance. They are potted in 3-inch bottomless pots. Other species can be raised in trays of about 2 dozen plants each. Among them are sugar gums and river gums, which are less affected by subsequent root cutting when they are transplanted. As the plants grow, they are given an increasing amount of exposure to harden them sufficiently for the open field. They usually remain 6 to 8 months in the nursery before dispatch. Young eucalypts vary in their growth habits. Striking leaf formations and color are evident. On attaining maturity, however, most species tend to even out these differences. When orders are received for the plants, they are removed from their containers after receiving a good watering. Extreme care is taken in packing the plants, and each garchi, or cone of soil and roots, is well wrapped in paper. The roots are thus kept moist and protected during transport. These young trees are ready to leave the nursery, packed closely together in a properly constructed crate. A covering of hessian provides an additional protection against the possibility of damage while the plants are in transit. The hessian is draped over the protecting framework down to the sides and base of the crate. It's important for the young trees to arrive in good condition. Every season, thousands of young trees go out from Forests Department nurseries to locations all over the state. This is made possible by a service at the bare minimum of cost. Many of the trees have been raised from seeds collected by officers while on long-range routine trips. It is the aim of the Forest Department to encourage farmers and others to plant more trees. On arrival at their destination, the trees are examined for drying out and given a good watering. They must be planted without any delay. Many farmers today are keen to acquire more trees and are prepared to plant, protect, and tend them. It's important to fence off planting areas against animal grazing. Land which previously carried no trees requires at least 2 plowings before planting, spread over 1 year. Holes are prepared on the ground deep enough to bury the cone of earth and roots about 1 inch below the surface. All paper wrappings are completely removed. At planting time, the roots coiling around the ball of earth are severed by 2 shallow knife cuts. The garchi is then placed in the hole and covered with earth. The surrounding earth must be firmly compacted to eliminate air pockets that may be trapped at the roots. A good watering helps to settle the roots, and the compacted damp soil retains its moisture. Sir Walter Scott truly said, "Jock, when ye hae nothing else to do, ye may aye be sticking in a tree. It'll be growing, Jock, when you're sleeping." Trees on farms may be planted to serve a variety of useful purposes. Their attractive foliage and blossoms create an aesthetic effect around the homestead site and have a direct influence upon the climate endured by farming communities. Trees are also invaluable as windbreaks in the fields and tend to check the possibility of soil erosion. Perceptible advantages in shade and shelter are obtained from small groups of young trees only 3 to 5 years old. They are a desirable feature on farms for economic and humanitarian reasons. Shelter belts are necessary for the protection of stock in the fields. Trees have an immense value in our vast open wheatlands. They constitute an infinite goodness.